Hi, my Roadsters. It is Michelle on the move. Hope everyone is doing well. Today, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about um, this, the nursing career in general and the stressors that come with it. A lot of people think, oh, you're a nurse, you make a lot of money. That's like the number one thing everyone uh, has this false impression of. Yes, we do make decent money. Um, Sometimes I wonder if the stress that comes along with the job is worth that money sometimes. Um, this job takes a toll on you physically, mentally. Let me say that word again. Mentally. See, and spiritually. It challenges you. It breaks your heart. It rewards you. It's fulfilling most of the time. It can be stressful. You have to be on your A game constantly for 12 hours. You never know what's going to walk through that door. And if it were your loved one, you would want me to be on my A game. So that's what I have to be. Different fields, of course, have different types of stress levels. Mine being OB, labor and delivery in particular, comes with a lot of stress. A lot of people think that delivering a baby is like on TV and it just comes right on out. It's just yay moment, and for the most part, it's a pretty happy place to work. High stress because you're not only dealing with the baby, you are also dealing with the mother. So you have two lives that you're dealing with. You have to be able to pick up on things that are going wrong, which in OB, usually when things go wrong, they go very wrong. When they go right, they go very right. So, another one of the stressors would probably be the fact that our main goal is to provide safe care and save lives, maintain life. Just carrying that burden is stressful in and itself. Then there are also legal risks. Used constantly in the back of your mind. If you don't document it, it didn't happen. And so we are living in a world where I feel like all I do is document. I love what I do. I enjoy delivering babies. I hate documentation. Hate is a strong word. I dislike documentation. It takes a very long time, and the reason being is because we have to cover our hind ends and document everything. So come with a delivery, you think, oh, the baby's here, yay, that's, it's a happy time. And then the nurse then has to go for 2 more hours and do the documentation on the delivery. A lot of people don't know that. We document a lot. There are a lot of requirements. And just that alone is stressful. Did I chart everything? Did I forget this? I can't tell you the number of times that I've woken up or been in the shower and been like, I forgot to chart this, or I forgot to chart that, and it's too late. And you just pray, to be honest. Also, we deal with families. That's very stressful a lot of times because there is the almighty Google. And so everybody Googles, and That's been a major stressor for me lately. Is a patient will come in and they have had Googled something, and I will be doing education. And excuse me, I have to change my chair position. They will have had Googled something, and I'll say something, and they're like, "Well, Google says." Really hard for me to say, "Well, then go to Google." Like it's hard. Um, Even my own family does it to me. If you're watching, you do it. Um, Dealing with families can be difficult as a nurse, and it can be more stressful because you're trying to take care of your patient, but then you also have family there, and you're trying to answer their questions, answer the patient questions, include everybody as a holistic approach to their care, because family support is important. I'm not going to say that it's not, but sometimes they can sway a patient one way or another. For example, in my department, a patient, and epidurals are a form of pain control during labor. I'm not going to assume that everybody knows what an epidural is, but it's a pretty invasive procedure where they put anesthesia in your back to numb your stomach and your legs so that you don't feel contractions during labor, which is how a lot of women control their pain during labor. Not all, but a lot. I cannot tell you how many stories I have heard of my cousin's cousin's cousin had a sister who's had a brother's girlfriend's baby daddy, wife. I don't know what else I can add to that. Had some sort of complication with an epidural. And then my response is always like, well, what was that person's name? Well, I don't know. I just heard. So instead of giving in to that and just being like, okay, I always say, let me call our CRNA and they can answer any questions you have or any concerns you might have and ease your tension about an epidural. And it's usually a family member that is trying to discourage the patient from getting it because, well, I didn't have one when I had my baby. My response to that each and every time is everybody is different and everybody's body is different. So every pregnancy is different and every delivery is different. Everybody's pain tolerance is different as well. My mother has a high pain tolerance. I don't. I don't like to be in pain. It hurts. She can tolerate pain very well. So that's another stressor. Also, nurse-doctor relationships. Most of the time, pretty smooth. As a travel nurse, I must say, it's been a stressor for me because you're on a 13-week assignment. My last assignment, I stayed a year, which that's a whole new video. I built a very good rapport with that physician. He had a lot of trust in me, and that was great. I'm in a new location, and not that I haven't built rapports with these doctors, but it does take a little while. This is a very high-risk department to work in, and the doctors are you're their eyes and ears, and so they have to be able to trust your assessment skills, and they have to be able to trust you, period, as a person. So that takes a little bit of time to build that rapport with the doctors. So initially, you're having to, like, I feel as a travel nurse, I'm having to constantly show and prove myself, and that has been a new stressor for me that I'm kind of not used to. Another video I will do are some misconceptions about travel nurses and maybe some problems that they have encountered, or I don't know what I'll title it, but issues that travel nurses have, and this is one of them, is building rapport with physicians, because they don't know you, they don't trust you. You have to build that, and you kind of have to do it quickly, especially in my department. So another stressor in my line of work. I would have to say that every field of nursing comes with its specific stressors. Another one for me is always feeling guilty about putting everybody else before myself, and also like my family. Nurses often feel guilty about this, is we're here caring for your family members 12 hours a day while our family members are at home. And then when we get home, we have to sleep to be on our A game. So that's another stressor for nurses. It's I just Googled it. Google. I just Googled it, and it is actually, MSN lists it as one of the top 10 stressful jobs that you could have. Medical profession, nurses, paramedics, healthcare workers in general. Would I change my career to have less stress? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. My fiance, who's a photographer, is actually in Utah and Moab right now, looking at beautiful arches. And I'm taking care of patients. So sometimes I'm like, I want to be a Walmart greeter and just be like, welcome to Walmart. I'm sure that comes with its own stresses too. But it is a very rewarding career. I just kind of wanted to get on here and hop on and see how y'all are doing. I'll be in my car tomorrow, so I'm going to test out the headphone thing to make sure there's no road noise, and talk to my Roadsters on the road tomorrow, because I'll be going home to San Antonio. Probably talk about some travel nursing issues, since I'm going to be traveling. Side note, I had showed you this little guy in one of my prior videos. So, I'm going to open it right now. I have already had one, but I kind of wanted y'all to see it. It was not anything like I expected. I'm trying to get the camera to kind of like focus on it. When you look at the packaging, and it says birthday cake, and it just says protein bar. And I guess by that I should have known it would have been like, I don't know. I was expecting it to be like a little crunchy, like maybe have like icing on the outside and be like soft on the inside, and maybe have some sort of filling or cakiness to it. And it is like the funfetti kind of cake. So anyways, I'm going to open it for you so you can see. So when you open it up, it is kind of just this bar that has like little sprinkles in it. But the thing that got me is when you break it, it's chewy. So I'm not sold. I wouldn't not eat it. Of course, I bought another one, but I bought it so that I could show you on video. I mean, it is kind of, I don't know what that is even, like kind of cakey, but it's super chewy, which I have things with textures, and it's kind of like a Laffy Taffy kind of, but a little bit less firm. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on that one, but those cookies were good, and I did buy the peanut butter one. Chocolate chip is better, but tomato. Everybody has their preference, and I usually like peanut butter cookies, but it was a little dry. So, side note, tidbit, keto tip. I'm still an Atkins bar fan. I like all of them. They're all really good. Lately, I have been in this hospital, y'all, has in the cafeteria, it's called a hydration station. And they have like this big glass decanter, and they fill it up with ice and water, and they just cut different fruit in it every day, or sometimes like lime and cucumber, sometimes lemon and oranges, strawberries and melon, sometimes strawberries and lemons, and they don't squeeze it in there, so you're not getting the carbs from it, but I'm addicted to it. So I'm thinking about when I go home, I'm going to buy a decanter and just start doing that at home, because I need to drink more water. I don't practice what I preach as a nurse. I think we're all like that. But I'm gonna try it because my favorite one is when they do like cucumber lime. Super good. Anyway, it's very refreshing for summer days. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a clear one, like a little spout thing. I'm gonna fill it up with ice and water and just kind of cut up fruit here and there while I'm putting the ice in it. That's kind of how they do it here. It looks really pretty too, but so quenching. I just love it. I'm addicted to it. So I'm on nights right now. So I have the day girls. I'm like, before they take it down, because I usually take it down right after lunch. I'm like, y'all go give me a few cups of water so that I can have it for tonight. So shout out to my girls here that have been doing that for me. I appreciate it a lot. I guess that's all I have to say for this video. So if you have a nurse in your family, sometimes just be mindful that you have no idea what they just went through for, what is this? 12 hours of their shift. And sometimes we don't come home and talk about it. There are HIPAA laws and we can't sometimes. Sometimes I do talk about the situations, but if you're with a non-medical person like me, sometimes they don't get it. They don't understand the true reality of what you just went through for the last 12 hours. Like, I suggest there's a bunch of Facebook nursing groups. I have found myself like reading people's comments, concerns, stresses, or has anybody else been through this? And it's kind of nice to be able to go and read some of those comments and be like, oh wow, okay, so I'm not the only one that sits in my car and prays sometimes, like, please Lord, let me have a good shift. Or if I had a bad shift the night before, I'm like, please Jesus, let this be a good one, you know. So like I was saying, if you have a family member that is a nurse, be mindful of that stress and just ask sometimes, hey, how's work been? Like, everything okay? You know, you need to get anything off your chest, or need a hug? Something. Sometimes I really do, when I get out of here, just be like, man, I just wish I could get a hug from somebody, especially on the hard nights. So that's just my little tip for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will be getting some new exciting stuff soon. I already know the kind of like stuff I want to get to start doing better videos, and Renee is going to teach me some editing skills next week, because he's in Colorado and Utah, and so once he gets back and he'll be able to teach me a little bit, I'll actually have like a little intro and make these a little bit more classy. Right now I'm just using my phone, but I think they're going pretty good. I don't know. I'm hoping that y'all are enjoying them. Nobody's leaving any comments. So I don't know. I'm going to keep doing them and see what happens. But leave me some comments. Let me know how I'm doing. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button below. It helps me out a lot. Give me a big fat like on this video. And hit that notification bell to all. So that way you're notified every time I upload a video on YouTube. I'm still going to link them to my Facebook for a little while. I want more subscribers. Come on, Facebook friends. Just hit the subscribe button. Anyways, y'all have a very good night. And what is today? Today's Thursday. Gonna be It's Guts Friday. I want to wish a very happy birthday to my baby girl, Daniela. My granddaughter is 2 today. And I hope I get to see my little monkey. So happy birthday, baby girl. Gigi loves you very, very much. And you're the reason why I do a lot of what I do. So, bye, Roadsters.